Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, you folks, sampler platter video series videos I've been doing for a while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, this is a little bit of a special one. Hey. But we'll get to that in a second. Yeah, folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items. I'm going to put it in the gob. I'm going to use the gob to chew it all up, and it's going to go down in the esophagus and the whole thing. You don't need a, 5th grade biology course from this guy. Unless you do. I mean, hit me up in the comments. Maybe we can set something up. I don't know how qualified I am. I'm not qualified at all. But we'll see what we can do. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm inside the truck. On top of that, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my Wargasm shirt. If you are unfamiliar with the band Wargasm, and let me emphasize this is the Wargasm from the UK, not the Wargasm from the 90s, from like Massachusetts or where the fuck ever. No, these folks, they're kind of an electronic metal duo. You got one dude who's a guitarist and a vocalist, and you got super badass chick who's a vocalist and a bassist, and they have like an assortment of other musicians who work with them and stuff. I got to see these guys. They opened up for a band called Bloodywood, like maybe 2 weeks back. I went to go see them, and they were super badass. As soon as their set was done, I got some merch. I got this, and I got one of their CDs. I think they're really great. Maybe you will too. If you're interested, I got a few videos from their performance. They've also got a bunch of music videos and stuff. They're really good. But anyway, what am I reviewing for y'all? Why is it a special one? Well, folks, first of all, boom, it's in a black container. But what does this black container represent? Well, folks, we're doing a review from a place that I personally love but have never gone over there and done a video review for. I've done a couple written reviews for them. They've even shared them on their Instagram. Thank you, folks, if you happen to see this. This is a burger from Frato's. Frato's Culinary Kitchen. This is their present burger of the month. Oh, yeah, you'll get a better picture of it. But this is their Baby Yoda burger. This is their May. Yeah, we're in May. This is their May burger of the month. And it consists of, oh God, I wrote it all down because it's a lot of things. It is 2 half-smoked apple bacon, half-seasoned beef patties, and that's very specific to them. They have bacon beef patties where they literally go over there and mix in bacon with the beef. It's candied cherry whiskey bacon and galaxy sauce, which is apparently hoisin sauce with spiced berries, spicy pepper jack cheese, balsamic red onion, and Baby Yoda spring greens, and it's all on a grilled Toronto burger bun. So yeah, I don't usually review the artisan burgers on the sampler platter format. Usually if I do any review for them, I do like a full written review, but I felt like, man, it's a Baby Yoda burger, come on. So, we're gonna, first of all, this could be, let's see if we can't without making a giant mess. All right, let's eat a burger, folks. I love burgers. It's one of my favorite things to do. And I love me some Fratos, so I can only expect great things. It's so savory. But the great thing is that... Oh, no, that didn't help anything. Maybe a little bit. Now, the great thing about it, it's super savory, but it's a lot of different savoriness to it. Because you get, like, the super beefy flavor from the burger. And then you also get some sweetness from the candied bacon. That's fantastic. I don't think I've ever had candy bacon quite like that. It almost reminds me There's like reminds me of like a type of Chinese food. It's like a barbecue pork kind of thing, but they use like a real sweet sauce for it. That's kind of what that reminds me of. Maybe that's the hoisin sauce, to be fair. You've got sweet, you've got savory, you've got like this tanginess from like the what's the thing? From the whiskey and galaxy sauce that shoots through. And then you've also got these nice greens, which I'm not a huge onion person. I've made that clear in many a video. But if you use onions in the right place, I'm all for it. I just don't like arbitrary onions. That's the name of my new indie band. I never said it was going to be glamorous. But no, the greens are great. Because they offer an extra texture. And they go over there. They give a little bit of a freshness to sort of counterpoint against all the savory and sweet aspects. I like them. I actually think that they're necessary for this because it's a very rich burger. Like, it's super beefy. It's beefy, it's sweet. And like I said, you got that tanginess from the sauce just running through it. It's all wonderful. It all works perfectly well. But then, you've also got the freshness of the greens going over there. You know, onions obviously work perfectly fine on a burger. But the greens and the onions, like I said, they add a texture to it. They add a freshness to it. It's... The thing is, folks... And you get some of the smokiness too. I love that from the bacon, and you get a little bit of a tiny bit of heat from the pepper jack, especially when it kind of mixes with the hoisin sauce. It gives it a nice little oomph, like kind of right in the middle of the whole eating experience. Because here's the thing, folks. I love artisan burgers. I mean, I'm all for a wonderful, simple burger. No two ways about it. But I love the fact that we live in a time and a place where we have so many awesome burger places out there that provide us with so many unique burger experiences. And the thing is, though, it's great to go over there and come up with an interesting burger with a bunch of interesting ingredients. But two things have to work. The beef still has to be the star, and ultimately it has to work functionally as one burger. And I've definitely been to burger places where they had interesting burgers, but they either weren't burger forward or the ingredients just clashed. That is not the case with this. This is a perfectly constructed burger. Everything it does is something, because it's not all that crazy in terms of like the overall format of what it's trying to do. Even like with the sauce and everything like that, it's kind of like a sweet barbecue kind of thing. Sweet and savory work, a little bit of extra tang, a little bit of extra spice. These are all things that work really well in a burger, but obviously in an instance like this, it's elevated. It's brought up to a really high standard, and as a result, you don't just get a good burger, you get a great burger experience. And what I mean by that is, as you're eating it, you're tasting different things. You've got different textures going on, you've got different flavors going on, but they're all working together, and none of them are going over there and fighting against the burger itself. Because if you don't get the burger right, it don't mean shit. Frato's has never disappointed me. Some of the best burgers I've ever had have been from Frato's. This is up there with the best of them. Genuinely. I really, really love this burger. I would say, for me, out of Frato's burgers that I can think of off the top of my head, it's probably number 3 on my list. They had the Air Jordan burger, which I fucking loved. And I would put that at number 2. And my top one, I don't remember the name of it, but it was like a burger inside of a crab rangoon with like sriracha sauce. It was phenomenal. There was also a pumpkin burger that was really good too, but I don't think the pumpkin burger was quite as good as this. That was still a great burger though. But anyway, 2 questions have to be asked, folks. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes and yes, fucking clearly, man. I've just gushed over it. I might even go over there and do like a full written review of this one. You know, because I can articulate myself better. You know, I've got a little bit more time to work with. But I would absolutely get this again. You know, at the time I'm doing this, we're getting close to the end of May, so, you know, I'm going to have to try to get in again to get it before it's gone. But if they wanted to add this one to their full roster, I'd be all for it. And as for recommending it, I think, yeah. Because, again, I think some artisan burgers can be a little bit intimidating. They can be a little bit too weird, even if, like, I might like them. This one, I'm not going to say it's for everybody, you know, if you don't dig the sweet and savory kind of thing. But I do think that it's not so far out there that it would be, like, actively abrasive to most people. I think this is one you could just jump right into. That's just me. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your folks. You can go over there and have yourselves a truly Baby Yoda-tastic rest of your life. I don't know. I actually don't get super into the Star Wars. The only thing, and it bothered me, when the whole Baby Yoda thing exploded, like, I was obviously aware of it. Nobody went over there and talked about the fact that they had an IG unit as part of their team and that he was kicking ass. If anybody had told me that, I'd have been down for it because I love the IG units. I think they're badass. So I would have been way more for that than the Baby Yoda thing. Controversial, I know. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in your world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But we do if we can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing to do in the world. Trust me. I know it. It's just not. All right, look at me. I'm over here. I'm sweating. It's hot, and I'm in the car, and it's just bleh. I'm not a big fan. But I do have a super delicious burger. Plus, I have something else to review after the burger. Oh. You know, so we try to make the best of things. But we are going to run into situations that are going to be frustrating and stressful. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go and do. Folks, you know, I don't know where you're coming from. But, hey, if you're like my friend Mark, you're aware of Fratos. So now you're aware that I can review things for Fratos for the show. Love you, Mark. But yeah, you know, hey, maybe check out your local scene. Maybe there's some artisan burger spots around you. They are popping up like crazy. I'm not going to say that all of them are fantastic at what they do, if I'm entirely honest, but I'd say more often than not, they do a damn fine job. Maybe you go over there, maybe you try out an artisan burger, maybe it's fantastic, maybe you go over there, you know, you make like a regular pit stop to whatever your location is, maybe they name a burger after you. Now they've got a Steve burger on their menu. And then, like, you know, 50 years down the line, they're still in business, maybe you're alive, maybe you're moved, maybe you're dead, you know, you don't know what happens in 50 years. Maybe someone's over there and they're like, who the fuck was Steve? And then the guy who's behind the counter, he's like, let me tell you about fucking Steve. And now you're immortal. Or conversely, you know what, you could just do that. That'd be perfectly fine. Unless you're not into burgers and stuff, you know, hit up your local scene. That's what I'm saying. Bye.